Do you think that, let's say once the pandemic is over, are we really going to go back to the life that we had before? Or is this something that's just going to have a long-term effect?
I wondered that literally from the moment COVID started. As a psychologist, I of course know all these different things that could come into play. And we start with the fact that there is no species on this planet that is more social than ours. Like, there's no other animal that invests that much time, A, just with its own children, let alone, when you start to leave, where at the age where many of you guys are, where you're contemplating leaving your family. Part of that process is to get new connections, get new friends, get new whatever, eventually a life partner potentially that is going to be your new social kind of insulation and group. And we all really, really need that. So at the core, that's who we are. Now, we also know that fear, and especially things that can make us sick or potentially kill us, that's one of the things our system is really good at learning. Some of your viewers might have taken a course where we talked about one-shot learning, and the classic example of that is you eat something and it makes you sick, and you get physically sick afterwards. Whether that food caused you to be physically sick or not, you almost never want to eat that again for a long time. Whatever it was, it's just like, I can't eat that. I got sick once and I learned to avoid it. And so I wondered, would we start thinking of each other as sources of sickness and we're avoiding each other because of that? Would that stick? So I've been thinking about that back and forth all through. I am now firmly of the opinion we will do what I'm calling the great snapback. I don't think the sick part will win. I think the emotional core social part of us will win. I say that because I watched some of the video of America during Thanksgiving. All these people at airports, way more than I ever would have thought. The virus was full blown at that point in time. And when they interviewed these people, they would say things like, you could be bringing danger back to your family. You could potentially be harming people in your family, maybe even causing their death. And people would say, yeah, I know, I understand. I've heard all those numbers, da, 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 da. But man, I need to see them. It's been too long. I haven't seen them for a long time. I have to be with them. And basically, as a psychologist, what they're saying to me is my emotional needs are overcoming my rational thought processes. The moment we truly feel like enough people have been vaccinated, there isn't going to be another wave. We are going to, I think, go running back to our concerts, to our places of worship, to our, I think we'll be shoulder to shoulder with our fellows in virtually no time once we feel safe. I do hope that when we do go back, our value system might have been tweaked. That we may be learning something during all this about what is really important to us. And a lot of that is our family connections and our really close social connections. And so, for example, a lot of young people live off of relatively shallow social media interactions. So it's kind of like I have a lot of friends that I share or post or comment on. I think we're learning the value of those friends that we can really emotionally connect with. And so maybe as we go forward, after the great snapback, we are actually tweaking things and living lives in ways more consistent with our new values or our new appreciation of things. And I think that would be a good silver lining if that happened.